welcome back. So Morissette week is almost coming to a close, but today is a feature Friday. So feature Friday, for those of you who don't know, and maybe I just don't say it enough on this channel, but feature Friday is usually a day where I will feature a brand new artist to the channel. But Fridays are the days where I usually will feature either like a new artist to the channel or a new collaboration. So like I always use Morissette and Marcelito as an example. I'd reacted to them separately, but I'd never reacted to them singing together. So a duet that they did of Secret Love Song at, I think, the Wish Awards was a feature Friday. Or it's an artist that I've seen, or it's an artist that I know of and I've reacted to in the past, but they are singing with somebody that I have not heard of before. And that is the case with this week. So this has actually been requested to me since it came out, and I'm looking at it and I feel so bad. I'm so sorry that it took me over a year to get to this, but this is the Heaven medley with Morissette and Christian Bautista, I'm guessing is how you say his last name. The only song I'm familiar with is Heaven by Bryan Adams. I don't know, because they have the songs listed in the description box, and the only song I am familiar with is Heaven by Bryan Adams. I don't know Heaven Knows by Rick Prince or Hands to Heaven by Breathe. I don't know either of those songs. I just know the Bryan Adams song. So we're just gonna jump into it and see what this is about. Apparently this was recorded at the height of the whole panini going on, so they recorded this separately and somehow still made it a duet. So I'm curious how that was done. So let's just jump into it and see. Wait, is she there? I guess so. Yeah, they're just 6 feet apart. Okay.
On my mind. From the time I wake up till I close my eyes, she's everywhere I go. She's all I know.
I like him.
And though he's so far away, it just keeps getting stronger every day. And even now he's gone, I'm still holding on.
So tell me, where do I start? 'Cause it's breaking my heart. Don't wanna let her go.
Oh, that sounds so nice.
Maybe my love will come back someday. Only heaven knows. And
Oh, it looks like it's raining outside.
we'll find a way, but only heaven knows. And all I can do is hope and pray, 'cause heaven knows. Heaven
He doesn't open his mouth all that much.
knows.
He doesn't open his mouth very wide when he sings. And I mean, sometimes you don't have to, especially if you're singing sort of like how he is, where it's just sort of like, I guess in his head voice, he's not really having to project very much, at least with this song. He's just kind of singing it like right here where he's comfortable, and you don't really have to open your mouth very wide or anything like that. But I'm assuming at some point that they're gonna go a little bit, more belty, because it is Morissette after all. I do anticipate a little bit of belting somewhere in this song. So maybe I don't know. But I mean, he still sounds really good when he sings. He doesn't have to be like, you don't have to always have your mouth wide open to get a sound out when you're trying to sing. It's just something I observed. He doesn't open his mouth very wide when he sings, and you don't have to. Anyway, continuing.
Oh, thinking about you
Oh, the harmony sounds so lovely.
In my arms, and finding it hard to believe we're in heaven.
And love is all that I need, and I found it there in your heart.
It isn't too hard to see we're in heaven. I've been waiting for so long for something to arrive, for love to come along.
Ooh, those lows. Eee,
Though
I love
our
it so
dreams
much.
are coming true, from the good times to the bad, I'll be standing there by you.
As I watch you move across the moonlit room, there's so much tenderness in your loving. Tomorrow I must leave, the dawn knows no reprieve. God, give me strength when I am leaving. So raise your hands to heaven and pray that we'll be back together someday.
Tonight
I love
need
this.
your
Sounds so
sweet
lovely.
caress. Hold me in the darkness. Tonight you calm my restlessness. You relieve my sadness.
This song sounds
Tonight
familiar.
I need your sweet caress. Hold me in the darkness. Tonight you calm my restlessness. You relieve my sadness. As we move to embrace, tears run down your face. I whisper words of love so softly.
Aww.
I can't believe this pain. It's driving me insane. Without your touch, life will be lonely. So raise your hands to heaven and pray that we'll be back together someday. Tonight I need your sweet caress. Hold me in the darkness.
Was this an 80s song? I have to look. Yeah, by Breathe. I don't know who they are. Let's see. 1988. Oh. I am so good. I knew it felt like a song that I knew from the 80s, but I couldn't place it. Was it in a movie or something? It sounds really familiar. This song was used for the Michael and Julia characters on the American soap opera Santa Barbara. Yeah, I don't know what that means. And then it also mentions Christian Bautista covering it in 2004. Who is he? He's been around for a while. I noticed he looked older than Morissette, but I was just like, This song has to be on something. Let's see, soundtrack. It has to. It must have been in a movie. It had to be. Could you find that on IMDb? Let's see. Not an apostrophe S, Whitney. Come on. I have no idea. It had to have been in a movie or something. Or maybe it was on one of those like 80s collections that you see on TV. That's the only thing I can think of. I've heard it somewhere. Maybe it was classic rock radio. Anyway, getting way off topic. Back to the reaction.
Tonight you calm my restlessness. You relieve my sadness. Tonight I need your sweet caress. Hold me in the darkness. Tonight you calm my restlessness. You relieve my
pack my bags and say goodbye.
Goodbye. Tonight I need your sweet caress. Hold me in the darkness. Tonight you calm my restlessness. You relieve my sadness. Tonight I need your sweet caress. Hold me in the darkness. Tonight you calm my restlessness. You relieve my sadness.
I like that. He has a really pretty voice. And of course so does Morissette. She always sounds really good. They sound so good together. Aww, Maury, she looks so happy. She looked so happy. So even though I was really only familiar with the one song, and then the other song was just sort of like a spinning wheel in my head, like wherever I heard that before, I did like the song selection. It makes sense that they would call it the Heaven Medley, because they all had the word heaven somewhere in the title. If y'all aren't familiar with Heaven by Bryan Adams, and I don't know how you wouldn't be, because it was covered in the early 2000s by, I think you say her name, it's DJ Sammy, but the singer on the track, I think you say it Cascada, I think is how you say her name, I don't know. But they did like a dance remix of it, and then they also did like a quote candlelight version of it, and it was just a piano and her, and it's my favorite version of the song, like, period. Usually covers don't outrank the original, but that one does. But there's a performance of Bryan Adams, I think he's at Madison Square Garden. He was on tour in the mid-90s, and he's about to start singing Heaven, and he has the mic, and he's just about to go, oh, thinking about our younger years, and the entire crowd starts singing before he could sing, and he just stops and he's like, whoa. And so he just lets them sing, and then he comes in later at the chorus. But it's really cool to watch his reaction, like, because he's just about to go in on the song, like, yeah, and then the audience all starts singing, and he's just like taken aback, like, whoa. I just like that. I'll try to find the video, and I'll put it down in the description for you to look at if you're curious. But anyway, yeah, I really like the song. I really like him. I need to watch more of his stuff, like, by himself. Apparently he's been around for a while, if he released a cover of Hands to Heaven in 2004. So I'll need to dig up some stuff of his and add to the channel. Maybe he'll get, well, yeah, he can still have a feature Friday, because I haven't reacted to him by himself yet, just as a feature with Morissette. But tomorrow will be the last day of Morissette week. It's been a lot of fun. I really like doing these theme weeks. I might have to do, like I mentioned in another video earlier this week, I might have to have a Morissette week at least once a month or every other month or something, because I have so many songs of hers to react to. I'm looking at my need to react to playlist of only Morissette. I have 82 videos. 82. It's gonna take me a while. So anyway, I'm just gonna end this video here because I'm gonna start rambling. So that's been it for this video. If you like these kinds of videos where I react to things, then please consider hitting the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the notification bell to be notified when I have new videos coming out, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.